But all right, so now we got story trial number three. Today's topic is going to be should so when James first got to the spirit world, should he have been locked up like the council and the king and all them wanted to, but Milliard argued to give him a chance, let him go to school, this and that, or should he have gotten a chance to go free and everything like that? And if you're cool with it, I'll also say like mixing in a way. This will probably help you with your argument as well too. Is like a mix can also end with this is should he be locked up now? Because like a big part of the context too, like this was supposed to be a part of the original one too, is like given that all of this is also given hindsight as well too. Should he be locked up now? Is also a part of it. So um we have not let the fans decide who won last week.
Stop the cap.
So, because usually I'm gonna let the people who won last week decide they want to go first or last. But we were technically both on the losing side, quote unquote. But the fans haven't decided yet. So, but I don't really care. I'm not really concerned. So, would you like to go first or second?
Um, I'd like to go first, but I would also like to argue that it should be timed.
Okay. Hey. All right. I got the timer. I got the timer on screen. So I don't know if you're watching on if you have the stream pulled up, but if you have the stream pulled up, then you can see the 5 minute timer.
A little preoccupied in a minute, but yes, I
Okay.
will.
I'll let you know.
You'll have to let me know.
I'll give you
Yeah.
I'll give you a 2.5 minute warning and a 1 minute warning. But yeah,
All right.
so you can argue at the beginning or you can argue at the end of book one, two. Either way. So they're both part of it. But I got the timer ready whenever you're ready. So I was gonna talk trash chat, but he's still here.
Okay.
So I'll go ahead. Go ahead.
I have one. You can start.
All right, timer started. Go.
Okay. So, okay. For all those of you watching, here's why I believe that what's his name? James. Yeah. He should be locked up at the end of book one. At the beginning, I'm not talking about that. At the end. That man, I get it was unintentional, but people still died. Like many people still died. He's a foreigner in that country too. The man is basically like that's a terrorist attack. If we're being honest, what he did was a terrorist attack. He lost control and he unleashed spirits that caused havoc on a country that he knows nothing about. His feelings, I get, are what they are, but let's be honest. He made something that was his business and a couple other people's business like the whole country's problem. And that's just not fair to them. Like the amount of soldiers that died, the amount of people that died, yes, that's on the country to a degree to defend itself better, but at the same time, like you can't even that's not even that doesn't excuse what he did. Like I get he's not fully knowledgeable, quote unquote, at least where I'm inside the book of what he did. But that doesn't change the fact that at the end, the people do. The people know. The people remember. They may have repaired things to make it look like a certain type of way, but those who died have died. Like that's just like we got to look at that. That's a terrorist attack at its finest. I think personally, with you, he should be locked up, and then they should go on from there. That's just me. Granted, I get why they didn't do it because we don't want another thing happening if he gets more emotional. But at the same time, that's something that's something that has to be dealt with, in my opinion. But yeah, I call time. That's it from me.
So I'll mute myself for the stream. All right. You got 2.5 minutes left. Are you sure? Because you're about to get cooked. So, you know what I'm saying? You got the time if you want it.
I forgot. Whenever these trials start, your arrogance just rises for some reason. Okay. I'm sure.
Okay. AJ has returned. Do you want to get on this trial, AJ, before I go?
What's the trial about?
One eternity later.
But I'll start my 5 minutes if we are ready. AJ, I don't know what your role is, man. You just gotta just let us know what you think.
Okay, bye, Cindy.
What are you doing?
Hmm?
What are you doing?
Me? Just hanging around.
Yeah, just let us know what you think. But all right,
I got it.
all right. I'm gonna start my 5 minutes. Here we go. So, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, I feel like this is really not even a case. We're talking about locking up the man that's our nation's only hope. So Rod, you know what I'm saying, the other lawyer, the other side, the people that are with the National Council, I guess, that want James locked up.
Prosecution.
I guess prosecution. If we can call you that, are you qualified? I don't know. Objection! They brought some points, and they were points, but are they accurate though? Let's discuss. So they said that James committed a terrorist attack. He's not a terrorist. Terrorists do what they do intentionally. James was someone in that country on official business. He is a member of the government. He was Alpha Squad, sent there on official business by the king. And an accident occurred. Was it a tragic accident? Absolutely. But when those things happen, when that person comes back to their home country, they might have a trial. I'm not saying, I agree, James should be put on trial. He should go back and atone for what he did, the lives that were lost. But he should not be locked up. He especially should not be locked up right now. If we're remembering the stakes, the whole context, the whole situation, he's sent there on a secret mission with the prince because that's all they got. The whole government is corrupt. If we lock up James, that's what they want. That's what the actual terrorists want. We can't call the only person who's on our side a terrorist with the actual terrorists who are in the government trying to take us out. It don't even make sense. It doesn't make sense. The prosecutors might be with them. That's enough reason that we should end this trial right now. This is suspicious. Volunteering to argue against our only hope. But okay. Anyway, he's our best hope. If James is locked up, how are we going? All this reuniting and stuff would not have happened. We're already basically 2 for 2 on reuniting. Flame Tribe would not have been reunited. Ocean Tribe would not have been reunited if he didn't get sent out. So that just gets rid of the argument at the beginning. I would say that he should be locked up then. And then now, how's the Earth Tribe gonna rejoin? How's it gonna happen? I mean, we can reach out to him, but we don't even know what's going on there. That's Book 2 stuff, you know what I'm saying? It's a reason that no one has rejoined to this point, and it's a mighty fine coincidence that as soon as James is on the case, we're 2 for 2. What does that mean? I'll let you decide. Now, we're trying to talk about, yes, some people did get wiped out. The National Guard, all those people got wiped out. You know what I have to say about that? They're sorry for getting wiped out by one person, a kid.
Some of you may die, but it's a sacrifice I am willing to make.
He doesn't even know his powers. What are we talking about? What are we talking about? If a kid did all that damage, do you deserve to be in the Secret Service? You know what I'm saying? It's not like, okay, we could say it was a sneak attack, but the fight, it was going on for hours. So it's y'all couldn't get it together. Y'all just getting mollywopped by a child's powers. You know what I'm saying? It's is that really fully on him? Or is it really fully on the Secret Service being sorry? I don't know. Objection! And also, on the point of it not being fully on him, his powers that are apparently, no one knew that they were as volatile as they are. So it's you can't really put that on him. It wasn't intentional. It's if we were in a war zone and I haven't been trained, 1, I shouldn't even be shooting missiles. Why'd you give me the missile? But 2, if I shoot the missile and I didn't, wasn't able to fully calibrate everything, but I haven't been trained as if people get hurt, my intent was still to kill the enemy. So, you know what I'm saying? That's just the way it works in war. And yes, the point is that I'm running out of time. James on official business. He's our best hope. If he's locked up now, we're cooked. We were already cooked, and then we're just gonna be well done, flambéed if we lock him up right now. He should atone for what he's done, but he can't go to jail right now. If he's gonna go to jail, let it be after he's been on trial, he's completed his mission. And I don't even think he should go to jail then. I just think that he should do community service, serve the families that he hurt by his inadvertent actions and anything like that. And yeah, that's my argument. I got 13 seconds to spare. So now, Rod, you can go ahead and give your cross discussion of what I said. I'll shout out Skylar too in the chat. He said they tried to lock up Superman in the same way. They did try to lock up Superman. I've never seen a story where that ended well. So that just adds to my argument. But go ahead, Rod.
Okay. To start, I sent my opinion in there in the chat. Superman was set up. James wasn't. So that's the first thing. Superman was set up. It doesn't like I get that, but that man had a whole he didn't destroy anything willingly. If anything, he tried to save people. It was those he fought who had led to collateral damage, right? And if we're being honest, everything that you said about James, I personally believe it wasn't as strong of an argument as it could have been, in my opinion. You know what? That's not even it's not on me to judge. So I'll leave that to the jury. I'll focus on my argument. Here's the thing. Let's look at some other characters who have lost control before, right? Jean Grey, for example, in X-Men. She's known for, not really controlling her powers, right? And the girl just is she ever like at one point I remember one movie she was killed by Wolverine. It was to the point where she had to be killed to be stopped. Right? We had Scarlet Witch who through abuse of her powers altered the minds of innocent people, taking like literally time and them away from their lives, as well as using a book to literally get into a universe and manipulate the whole multiverse to get to her kids, which in turn like destroyed a whole lot. We have Hulk, who, due to lack of self control, he's killed a bunch of people on his rampages. We have Sentry in one of the recent movies, who due to his emotional state, and well, granted he was shot in the head, but all that, well, not shot in the head, he was killed, and then it led to a evil alter ego who had, I would say, malicious intentions, which for him, he didn't have control over that. He doesn't have control over that as of now anyway. I use all of them as an example. They're all living free and more people are dying. How are they atoning exactly? Like, I get that they save some people, that they do this, that they do that, and that's cool and all. But if society doesn't have a way to fight back against them, what's to stop them from losing control again? We could do the same thing for James. What's to stop him from losing control again? The other girl he sees, what if the next girl he sees does something worse with someone else? He's gonna lose his mind again. I get his hood self said that he wouldn't do this stuff again over that. But there are other there. He just said he wouldn't cry. He wouldn't do something like this over a situation like that with Kayla, right? But there are plenty other situations out there, plenty of other things that he would do that for. He has no self control. It makes it worse that yes, they're saying atone, but they're not even telling him that he did it. They're hiding it from him because they're scared. At the end of the day, for me personally, this is just me. I think, and the prosecution as well, because that's what we are. We're prosecutors, right? We convict. We believe that honestly, he should be held accountable for his actions. Him atoning to the families won't bring the fact that these people are dead. It won't bring them back. It won't bring the blood they lost. It won't bring, yeah, we can repair their homes. That's cool. But what about, a character like Jimmy, for example, in that world? He lost his only brother. What we gonna do for him? What about Rebecca, who lost her only daughter? What about Saul, who lost his whole family? All these people are gone. And again, you say a terrorist, they're intentional. No, they're not. A terrorist attack is simply put an attack on a country or a system done to enact terror. It's self-explanatory. You know what? Since you're looking at me kind of like weird, let's search it up. Yeah.
Myself, you got 30 seconds to search, buddy. And I know I wouldn't
Right,
waste that time because you're wrong. But go ahead.
It's again, people say it's premeditated. How many times in the story? How many times in the story did they hint at this attack? That this man has no control. That this stuff could have happened. Objection! I mean, I'm just saying. It's. I get it wasn't his intention to do this, but the fact of the matter is, these people are gone. I feel like that's something we got to talk about.
All right.
Yeah, Skylar put a fair point in the chat.
What do you
Hint
got?
at that.
Mhm.
It wasn't intentional, but we're not getting hurt back.
That's real. That's real. And now, before we have some arbitration, I will give us the facts. So, let me reset this timer. Okay, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, let me address this terrorist dribble. Yes, I call it terrorist because the only way that you would want James locked up, you have to be a terrorist. But we'll get into that. Now, we're trying to say this and that about Superman. Superman was set up. James was also set up. James was set up to fail. You know what I'm saying? He didn't have enough proper time, training, mitigating, understanding what his powers were to make sure these things didn't happen. We wanted to talk about Scarlet Witch, Jean Grey. Everybody knew that they were dogs. The Hulk, all those people. We all knew what they were capable of before they popped off, usually. And even after that, we have to do things to mitigate that. Why can't, now that we've seen James pop off, do things to mitigate that? And we have to talk about the fact that James' outgood weighs the bad. He brought 2 whole countries into the Union. That's like the United States assimilating Russia and China. What are we talking about? What are we talking about? If we added Russia and China, do you know how up we would be? Do you know how up we would be against taking on international threats, which is what they need, which is what they're facing right now? Like, yes, those people died, and that is horrible. But we're trying to say that, oh, James needs to atone, this and that. Oh, how are they atoning? It's not about how Jean Grey's atoning, Scarlet Witch, the Hulk. It's about how would James atone. You know what I'm saying? Because he would. I feel like he's shown us he's a good person. I'm not saying the Hulk, all those other people aren't, but James would atone. I feel like when all this is said and done, if they wanted to put him on trial, which I think he should be on trial, he would do it. And I think that he would take whatever sentence he got.
虎杖雄二は2018年10月31日渋谷にて大量殺人を犯した疑いがある。
ああ、俺が殺した。これは嘘でも否定でもない。
I sentence you to 500 lashes for conduct unbecoming a black man.
You know what I'm saying? And we were trying to talk about, oh, you know what I'm saying? No one could control this person, that person, Scarlet Witch, blah, blah, blah. We can control James. We have Archegos. You know what I'm saying? We have people, and we'll see their full extent of the power, especially in the next book. We have people that can control James. Trust me. Trust me. James has already lost fights. You know what I'm saying? And James is not really just crashing out like that all the time. We want to talk about the signs being there, this and that, leading up to this. Emotional getting emotional because bad things happen. We all do that. If you want to say that, then all of us are terrorists waiting to happen. You know what I'm saying? But how many of us actually do that? And okay, we want to say, okay, but James actually did that. He didn't do it of his own volition. When we do it because of our emotions, we do it for our own volition. Like, that's the definition, like you said, prosecutor, that the terrorist attack has to be, it doesn't even have to be premeditated. It has to be intentional. This was not intentional. And yes, they are hiding the things from James right now. That's not how they should go about things, I don't think. But it's not going to stay hidden. You know what I'm saying? Like, they have to bring it to him the right way and say, because of this happened, this is what we're going to do. You know what I'm saying? This is what we're going to do. I'll also say, since I only have a short amount of time, there's a lot that I can say, that everyone deserves a chance to show you who they are before passing judgment. And yes, James did this, but is this who he is, or is this a moment? You know what I'm saying? Is this a moment? And so, yes, we can pass judgment. We can condemn him for what he did right here. It is real damage. It's real dirt. But is he the type of person that is going to keep doing that? If he's the person that will keep doing this, then yes, he should be locked up. But I feel he's shown us the opposite. He's the kind of person that would see this and never let it happen again. That's what I think. And it's like, we could say, okay, well, how can we let a person go free that could destroy a country? Well, one, it was no way to know this could happen in the first place. You know what I'm saying? This doesn't just happen. Like, this has not happened before. And if we can't live in fear. We need all the weapons that we can get against terrorists, like certain prosecutors that I know. We need all the weapons that we can get against our enemies. And if we get rid of a weapon, it's like Cecil said, why would we get from Invincible? Why would we get rid of a weapon when we can use it? We can control this weapon. We can mitigate this weapon. You know what I'm saying? Do everything that we can for the good of the people. If we lock up James, that's an opportunity to save lives, more so than the ones that were taken, that we would be losing, that we'd be giving away. We're giving the terrorists what they want. If you vote for James to be locked up, I blame you. Oh, we gotta stop it. No. Okay. Bet. All right. So that's kind of the cross part of it. All right, AJ. What do you think? What do you think about the arguments that have been spit as our resident arbitrator on this day? Skylar, you let us know too in the chat. Let me see what he was saying before. Yeah, that's real. It does depend on what the people think, how they view him.
You hear me?
Yeah, we hear you now.
All right.
Man, what you thinking? What you thinking?
I stand by what I said. He must be locked up.
Go off and deliberate on. Guilty! That nigga is guilty! Sir, settle down. You have to go deliberate. I don't need to deliberate. Hang that nigga now. I got the rope right here.
Man, you can't bring book 2 into it. You can't bring book 2 into it.
Thank God.
But I will. Okay. I'll stand in the middle ground.
Tell us what you think. Be honest.
Okay.
Calm down. You sound
the argument towards why he should be, because I was just listening to both of you guys' discussions at the same time, because I went back in the stream. So, on why he should be arrested, honestly, that's what we're talking about, right?
Yeah, should he be arrested or not? Yeah.
Yeah. So James, that's hearsay.
We can't have an impartial judge.
Put it in perspective from what he says. Success. He said the right things to make it where his statements are.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
More
that's right.
Stupid. Am I listening to the wrong person? No, that's right. Rod said the right things to make sure things are things are going the right direction towards his argument. And whenever what you said, it was more like a general statement, like, I mean, have you heard of the Johnny Depp case? Him and Amber Heard.
Yeah,
it's been a long time.
If you listen to the outside view, your argument, Caleb, was more so like how Amber's parents were, how they were in the entire thing. But Rod, his argument was like more of like the community, how everybody brought in evidence towards what she was doing, like all the posts on Twitter, like actual factual things that were being put in. If you can understand that.
Yeah, it's been a long time. Because basically, what I remember of that, was that like she was abusive or whatever, and this and that. Basically, is like what it comes down to. But
Man, it's a whole lot of things that happened, man.
yeah, but anyway, that don't have nothing to do with this case. That's what I got to say. That don't got nothing to do with the case.
Well, yeah, because it's on whether or not if he's innocent or not, it should be sent away. Because if you add in like any type of
we didn't say was he innocent or not. We said should he be locked up, given the whole context of the situation.
Yeah, basically proving his innocence on that.
No, that's not true. That's not true. Someone can be guilty. That doesn't mean that we should lock him up. You know what I'm saying?
What?
Yes. Yes.
Remember, Caleb, you said he was the judge, so I'm gonna just keep that. I'm
talking back and forth to the judge. You know what I'm saying? You can speak to the judge. The judge, he just got to say whatever judge be saying. You know what I'm saying? Objection. Stop. Don't do that. Like
I hear Skyler throwing the case off too.
That's not hearsay. That's hearsay.
Yeah, whatever the judges be saying. You know what I'm saying?
Remember I just need AJ and Skyler to keep track of something. Remember what he said. You can be guilty and still.
I clipped that.
That's true.
Objection! I don't think you can legally say that.
What the fuck?
That is true.
I'm gonna play that later.
But go ahead. And it's still gonna be right on every single replay. You know what I'm saying? On every shuffle, it's still gonna be right. Let's think about the situation like it was a real life scenario. If the U.S. captured the smartest man in the world from another country, he can make us some time travel bombs. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're not gonna lose if we got that. Should we kill that person just because he made the time travel bombs for the other side? No, we need to get some time travel bombs for our side. And then we can worry about all that later. We talking about right now.
Here's why this analogy isn't a good one. Here's why that analogy isn't a good one.
Go ahead.
You said the smartest. First of all, James isn't smart. He's more emotional.
That's irrelevant.
It's about
what they can do.
Let me finish.
Go ahead,
I gave you your time.
Go ahead.
Mute for a minute. Mute. Go on mute. So he James isn't much of an intellectual individual. He's more of an emotional one.
Objection!
He killed people because he saw something he didn't like, and he made it everyone else's concern and business. And remember, you said it yourself. He's supposed to be on this mission to gather them together to bring these allies back to the I'm not gonna say his country, but what's the country called? The capital called again?
The Union.
I don't know. Yes, the Union, right? He's supposed to. How do you do that when the first thing you do, or one of the first things you do, is you get emotional over something, and then you commit a whole attack that kills an abundant amount of people? It was to the point where even the villain, Gray himself, technically was acting heroic, defending against them. Granted, his intentions weren't for heroism. But like Skylar said, it's not about what his intentions are. Think about, because you said it, put it in real life, right? Think about if this were to happen in real life right now. Would we be concerned with what James thought? We would be, but let's be honest. How often do you get what people think? How often do you understand why they do what they do?
Objection!
Do you get the repercussions of it? But it's like we don't get that. And even if we did find out, okay, he did that because he was emotional, because the person he liked or loved did something with, someone else. That justifies people no longer having their family members anymore. That justifies people's livelihoods being ruined. That justifies the amount of obstruction and destruction that happened in the nation. Literally, the Archegos nearly died. If it wasn't for his skill in regeneration and the fact that because they're the water tribe, they can regenerate, he would have died. He nearly killed Terrence, which, hey, for me personally, justified.
Oh, nigga, don't hate me because I'm beautiful, nigga. Maybe if you got rid of that old yee ass haircut you got, you get some bitches on your dick, nigga.
But hey, I can't put my emotions in this. Yes, you want me to see this guy in a whole new light. I get it, but that's irrelevant. But at the same time, you don't just come to a whole new country that you're trying to be allies with and then cause something like that. Like you mentioned Russia before, right? Okay, let's mention Russia. Russia comes over to America, right? We commune for a little bit, and then a Russian, agent or whatever does some sort of attack. Whether it was intentional or not, people still died, people still lost their livelihoods, and someone has to answer for that and pay for that. So why is James not paying for it?
Objection! I don't think you can legally say that.
What the fuck? Why is what's happening? He's getting room service with a butler and all that stuff, but let another guy do that and he's in prison. But James is special because he's the MC. Okay, all right, my fault. I didn't know justice was
hot armor saving him.
I'm just right. I'm just saying. That's just me though. I rest my case. But Judge, that's on you. I'll let you handle that part.
Look, man, you said that he got emotional and killed people because he saw something he didn't like. Crazy. James did not intentionally kill anyone. And I don't know how many times I got to say it. I don't know how many times. We need a counter in the YouTube edits afterwards talking about how many times I've already said that James is not the type of person that he would not atone. He is going to do what it takes after this is done. After this is done, it's a whole different discussion. And it's really not even a whole different discussion to me. Even after this is done, if people are going to feel better that the person that saved our country does jail time for what happened while he was on the job unintentionally, then okay. You know what I'm saying? Okay. If that's how they feel, that's them. And I understand. I'm not mad at them for feeling that way, because if they feel like that, because they're like, you know what I'm saying, I lost my business, all this damage, blah, 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 whatever, the economy was hurt, I lost loved ones. I get that. But at the same time, would you rather be dead from terrorists, but we got the justice that we want? Oh, this person, he damaged, he hurt the country, so let's lock him up. And then you're gonna look around and be like, oh no, we're getting invaded, we're taken over by terrorists, oh my gosh, this is terrible, well, what should we do? Because how are you gonna stop them if you can't stop a kid? But this kid is a person that is on the job, the only person that we have on the job of reuniting the nations. You know what I'm saying? There was another point that you brought up that I forgot. It'll probably come back to me. But the point is, one, yes, James should face justice for what he's done. But now is not the time. I feel like y'all completely took my analogy out of whack. Because let's use the analogy that you did, which is not even what I said. So we're talking about some kind of Russian or just any terrorist attack, I won't put it on them, happens on U.S. soil. One, you could essentially say, if we're trying to make the situation accurate, that it happened, the guy who did it unintentionally, because that is a fact. James did what he did unintentionally. But then we look at the track record of that same guy. Wait a minute. This guy is the one who kept us from going to war. Like, just put it in like U.S. terms. So look at how many lives would have been saved just from that alone. This guy came up with some kind of cure to some kind of disease. Like, I'm just trying to like put it equivalency. You know what I'm saying? Like what it would be today if it's not in the story. But let's even put it in the story. This guy brought us 2 world superpowers that have joined the U.S. But then he inadvertently, we could essentially even say he was used, did the damage, and 100 people died. You know what I'm saying? Those things happen. Does the good outweigh the bad? And then this is the person that we know that we need. He's the only person that we have that has the skills. He's demonstrated the skills to make sure that we're not cooked by looming threats. I really don't even feel like this is an argument. I'm a Cecil believer.
Who the fuck is
you know
this?
What I'm saying? Not Amanda Waller, not her, but Cecil. Right now, let's just try and get out of about being killed by the terrorists, and then we can talk about James serving jail time while doing his best. You know what I'm saying? We can talk about that then. But right now, I don't even think it's an argument that he should be let go free. What I said earlier is true. You can be wrong, but that doesn't mean that you should be convicted.
No!
Because your intent was to do the right thing. That's grace. That's grace from God that we get. The Bible talks about grace. You know what I'm saying? He don't always convict us when we're wrong, and we do what we do, and we deserve it. That's grace. That's mercy. That's what James deserves. He's done great in the past. I believe in him. He's going to continue to do great. And later on, we could talk about, all right, what you got to do to atone for this accident that happened. This accident that happened.
You burned my house to the ground! My family's dead! What do I do? I'm gonna find you, motherfucker. I'm gonna...
Judge,
okay.
Let us know. Let us know.
Oh,
no, go ahead. Go ahead.
You made some fair points, but I have some contradictions.
Go ahead.
One,
go ahead.
I get you want to say he's a child. He's 24 years old. He doesn't know everything, but the man knows right and wrong. And he knows, and his spirit has been telling himself, like telling him from book 1, right? We're only focused on book 1. Yeah. His spirit has been trying to make it known. The same God that you says has grace has been trying to make it known to him. Hey, you need to tighten up. That's 1. 2. Yes, God gives us grace, but there are natural consequences to every action.
That's true.
Every action has a reaction. That's just how life works. So that's something that even him being locked up can still be an act of grace from God. Just being honest. 3, you claim he saved the world. He did this. He did that. He left the union illegally, which, hey, like you said, right? He left the union illegally. So
he did not leave illegally. I mean, technically illegally, but at the same time,
okay. Seriously, there's no technically.
Hold on. Because the king decreed it. That's like an executive order. He got an executive order to leave.
Hold on. He got an executive order. However, like you said, technically, meaning I don't think you realize you see his intentions. The law doesn't do intentions. It does fact. It does what happened.
Okay.
So he left the country illegally. He went to the Flame Tribe. We don't even know if they're allies. They just gave Kayla the Archegos gave Kayla to him, to join him on this mission. But he never blatantly said, "Oh, these are allies, this, that, the other." So all these quote-unquote terrorist attacks, they don't know how correlated they are. Because you said it yourself earlier.
The president knows.
There are different groups out there. There are different things happening. So we don't know if they're correlated. And you say that, oh, he's supposed to save us. He just got there. They don't even know who he is. They don't know that he's supposed to save them. Like, you say that as the writer, as the omniscient writer who sees what's happening.
That's wild.
But I'm just saying, at the end of the day, if we're standing at these people, view it from their point of view. This random guy comes here and this event happens. Yes, you didn't mean to do it, but again, the law does not view intention. If I take a gun and I shoot my family, the law might take, okay, it takes into account, okay, he didn't intend to do it, sure, but I still get locked up. I just get locked up for less time.
Let him cook.
Right? So I still have to pay for that. He can get locked up for less time because he didn't mean to do it, but at the same time, locked up nonetheless. Because at the end of the day, if he gets away with it, who's to stop someone else, a quote unquote terrorist, like you said, to come in and do whatever they want, and now all of a sudden, hey, you allowed it the first time. What's to stop it from happening again? Oh, because he's the good guy? Because he's the self-proclaimed savior? He does this, that, the other? This guy who killed half our soldiers. If anything, he made us weaker towards these terrorists. Now, like, I'm just saying, you pointed that they exist, right? So what soldiers do we have now that he killed a good portion of them? What do we have? You're the reason our military is decreased.
This motherfucker don't
Yes,
miss.
you revealed certain things through that attack, but at the same time, that could have been revealed a whole different way. You said he's capable, he's doing this, that, the other. They haven't unionized anything. They haven't. They've joined him on this journey, but no one has officially said, oh, I'm rejoining the union. No. No one has said that. No one has done that. If anything, this terrorist attack, like, he's starting beef with the...
Oh.
That's this peaceful maker right here. Someone who's willing to start beef with the prince. Is it reasonable? Definitely. But I'm just saying, because of this issue, you made it everybody else's problem. And I would like to say to the judge, I'm a man of the people. I'm just saying it from the people's point of view. We have this random outsider coming into our home, and then he just randomly did X, Y, and Z. Do I know anything about the Kayla situation? No. Do I know anything about the Terrence situation? No. I don't even know this guy's name. But for some odd reason, my brother, my family, my loved ones had to die because he couldn't control himself. Is that what we're doing? Even if it's unintentional, are they... Oh, it's unintentional, my fault. So when I gotta go to funerals again, when I still gotta do a funeral, I can't cry. It was unintentional. I apologize. That's not how life works. Unintentional, but actions still have consequences. And he deserves to pay for them. Can he do this? Can he do that? Was he designed to do X, Y, and Z? Yes, omniscient writer. Obviously, you say that. But from the people's point of view, this is some random guy who did X, Y, and Z. Literally. I'm just saying. But, okay.
Objection!
All right. There's some good things about what you said, but what the court is supposed to do is not supposed to look at the people's perspective. It's supposed to look at what is the best thing for our nation. And if we're looking at what's the best thing for our nation, it's not even a question that not locking him up is the only possible course. You know what I'm saying? Like, yes, what he did is real. But why should he be locked up right now? So we're talking about things that I know. We're talking about, okay, the people don't know this, they don't know that. But if this is a real court case, the details are going to be laid out for everyone. So if the people are that interested, they need to read up. They need to get educated, not just react out of emotion. It's the same thing that James is being accused of doing. Did he do it? He did do it. Did he mean to do it? He didn't mean to do it. Are the people meaning to do it who are judging him without knowing the facts? No. Should they be condemned? Should James be condemned? I'll let you decide. Anyway, but there's no bias in anything that I'm saying. I'm talking about what is the strategic move to do. And then let me address the other thing that you said actually first really quick. So you said that, okay, this is what governments do, blah, 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 this and that. If we look at it objectively, blah, 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 blah. Have you ever heard of a pardon? Because there are plenty of times that pardons happen where, yes, we know there's the facts. Yes, this person is guilty, but there is a precedent. There are many times throughout history where the judge and it was not a corrupt situation, said, yes, this is the case. Yes, this person is guilty, but that doesn't mean that they should be condemned. And especially if we're talking about that, I'm not saying that he shouldn't be. I don't even think he should be convicted for what he did. Or if we convict him, he should probably be convicted. But if he's convicted, he should at least still get a pardon.
Hey, ain't nobody trying to hear that bullshit, man.
And that pardon.
Made me laugh. I'm sorry. Hold on.
And that pardon should extend until this whole situation is sorted out with the terrorists and everything like that. Because yes, you're saying that the people don't know that he's the person who sent on the mission, this and that, blah blah blah. They're not supposed to know. It's a secret mission. He's a secret agent. If they let everyone know like what he was doing, then the ops are gonna know. You know what I mean? Then the ops are gonna know.
Yeah.
So
it's a public act. It's a public act.
Okay. Let's use the public act against them. After that, then we can talk about atonement. But we still at war. We are still at war. That's like a nuke accidentally going off in one of our hangars. You know what I'm saying? In one of our U.S. hangars. But then the person who was, let's even say for this case, even though it's not necessarily the case for James, was negligent, who let the nuke go off. People died and this and that. But he's the best nuke engineer we got. We need him. He's the main one who can use the targeting systems, all the stuff like that. Are we gonna send him to jail right now when we're at war? Are we dead ass? Let's finish the war first, and then we can talk about all that later. I understand the family's perspective, but this is government business. It don't got nothing to do with the common man, except that we're trying to save the common man. You'll be grateful when you're saved. When the war is over and you look back, you're probably still like when the war is over and you look up and you see, man, this guy was instrumental. Let's talk about what you said, that no one has rejoined the union yet. Calderon already said that he sent the paperwork in. It probably ain't got there yet. How many deals happen all the time where it's later revealed to the public? They don't gotta know right now. That's not their business. Things gotta be worked out. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's be for real. Calderon already said the paperwork's coming in. What did Akba say at the end of the last chapter? He said, even at the beginning of the last chapter, he said, "Yeah, it's time for us to rejoin." And would he have gotten his other people, the National Council of his country's people, to agree with him? Probably not. Maybe not. We don't know. We don't have that insight. Except that we know that they were corrupt. That's the reason the king had an issue. But what are they going to say now after they got wrecked? I'm not saying that them getting wrecked is a good thing, but I'm saying them getting wrecked had a good outcome, in the sense that it's going to lead them to do what they should have already been doing in the first place, which is going to lead to the greater good of everyone. James deserves a pardon. He should get a chance to finish what he was doing. He's clearly been successful. He's shown us that he can be successful at reuniting nations at an unprecedented rate. It's not because he's the main character. It's because the methods that he's chosen worked. And we need to let him finish, because of all the reasons that he's the person on the secret mission in the first place. Him and Epios. Those reasons are not nothing. Everybody else can get held hostage. They all got family. They all got family that the terrorists and the corrupt government can easily go get and be like, stop right now. Your pops is dead. James don't got that. Epios don't got that because Milliard is back home. That's the reason that they're the people out there on the mission. They're some of the only people that we know aren't corrupt. They're literally two of the world's biggest assets. Yes, there was a debacle. Yes, something needs to be done about that. But right now, we've got bigger fish to fry. Don't let the terrorists trick you. Judge, what do you think?
Yep, Judge, it's on you now.
I don't think you can legally say that.
Wide open. Final form. Chaotic afterglow.
量を押し出す挙式紫
Ain't nobody trying to hear that bullshit, man.
Fuga.
Sick of niggas.
Are you awake?
We are looking at the facts here. We're gonna strictly look at the facts. Lives were put in danger. Lives were lost. Families
We're at war.
been
That happens when you're at
dismembered
war.
from
Caleb,
members.
mute.
I'll let you understand that.
Go ahead.
Families were lost. People are suffering because of this war. One person did this. That's just a two fact. One person did this, whether or not they were made to, whether or not they joined a society or union to make all of this happen, whether or not it was secretive. If the information was shared amongst the people, things might have changed instead of it being on the shoulders of one person. That is factual.
Oh.
War changes people, no matter how you think about it. No matter if you see it on a point of view of you being the strongest person in the world, the smartest person in the world, a government official, a leader, no matter how you see it, war changes people no matter what.
Objection!
I don't think you can legally say that.
Can you survive this? Technique development. Destructive death. Compass needle. Destructive death. Annihilation type.
Lives will change. People will die. But it's not about what happens after the war, but what happens during the war that matters most.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
If you show no care for the people, why should the people care for you? If you think you deserve justice, what happens to the family that deserved justice when they died? Or the family that were torn apart? Do I think James deserve a second chance at life and not get retribution for what has happened to all these families that were torn apart? Personally, I would hate to see my family go away from me and for him to get away with what he did, and later on I'm still gonna have these feelings about what had happened. Those are just facts. I look at facts and statistics other than opinions. Opinions are they're just there. You can't do much about it but to think about it. We both had a strong argument, but do I think he deserves imprisonment for what he has done? Yes. I believe he should. I wouldn't say suffer. I would not say that. But I think there should be, what's the word I'm looking for? Some type of nerf towards James to where he should step back a little bit and look at the outside view instead of being the first one on scene and causing more action to everything. And all information should be shared to the public instead of private, like a CIA operation that if they only know about it, and let's say there's a bomb somewhere and only the CIA know about it, but it's a catastrophic bomb that can blow up the entire world. And there's a clock going hour by hour, going down, 16 hours on the clock, and it's going down out by an hour. And only they know about it, but nobody in the world can prepare for it. I mean, who else can stop it besides the CIA? I mean, if they share information, more people can know about it. More people can come together and figure out what's going on and help out. More people can stop a single person or a single group from doing what they're doing to prevent a war from happening. These things can happen. It's just a matter of chance and a matter of actually being there by the people and for the people. Any other arguments from you guys?
I object. I want to appeal this case.
It's ridiculous. It's obvious what's being done out here. It's on a nightly basis. I hope the world can see now what's really going on out here, because it's getting ridiculous.
Okay, but at the end of the day, Judge, I respect your ruling. I respect your ruling.
I have no respect for that ruling. I have no respect for you, Judge.
Really? Oh, so that's how you're gonna play it. It became personal with me.
I absolve you of your sins. You have been forgiven.
But go ahead, Rob.
I just, hey, listen. At the end of the day, the people got their way. The people's voice was heard, and we had a just judge to adhere to that.
I don't think so.
I thank you. This case has ended. This case has ended. He put his ruling.
I think
he put his ruling.
There's such thing as an appeal.
No, he put his ruling.
There's such thing as an appeal.
You might, yes, but those appeals happen at a later date. You know, they happen when book 2 has been read, when everything has been said and done. Right?
Yeah. For sure. Because when the terrorists are knocking at your door, Judge, and you're gonna say, "Who's here to save me?" You locked them up. Then you're gonna want to let them out. But it's too late at that point.
Wait,
it's too late.
You want to tell the judge that after he knows what it's like to have that same person he locked up kill his family?
Yeah, because then he's gonna die.
Okay.
He's gonna die. So so would he rather let his family's killer save the day or lose his life?
I mean,
let's be for real.
From the people's point of view, it's your one, the lack of knowledge, which is ignorance, because of this secretive quote unquote mission.
Mm-hmm.
Certain things are no longer like the judge doesn't have a good outcome here. Like, it's just, do you trust someone who clearly has showcased that they're uncontrollable? Or
uncontrollable is crazy. We have Archegos. James is not banging up Aqua 1-on-1. You know what I'm saying?
I'm just saying, well, you say that, but even with the Archegos there, how many people still died?
Yeah, that's true.
Okay.
But how many deaths? But how many deaths was he able to mitigate? And now he has knowledge. Now he knows about this. This was a jujutsu jumping. It came out of nowhere. Now he's gonna know that this threat exists, and he can prepare for it. But go ahead.
I okay, you can prepare for it, but the fact of the matter is, you can't rely on someone who doesn't even have control over their own emotions, especially if those emotions are tied to their abilities. Literally, it made the Archegos piss his pants when he had to deal with him in person. So
he got the job
I get that. I understand that. But the fact of the matter is, if our Archegos isn't Jesus himself, then someone is dying. And our Archegos wasn't Jesus. Last time I said. But, hey, at the end of the day, the judge made the ruling. Judge AJ, I thank you for listening to reason and knowledge. And, hey, that's the court case. Court adjourned. Well, it's not on me to say court adjourned, but we did our part. You did your ruling.
You heard that we did our part. Cahoots, terrorists, corruption. That's the only way we could come to a verdict such as this. And when the terrorists are knocking at your door, just know that where you can find James in a cell. Let's get him out. maybe we'll have a chance then.
Okay.
And we gonna see, because whenever the marketing gets out, you know what I'm saying, we're gonna let the people truly decide who should go free. You know what I'm saying? Because this is just malarkey. Malarkey is all I see. Anyway.
Okay. If you say so.
Anyway, we are almost out of time.
Just like your first time flying?
No, this is my last. Everybody, lick.